Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Advanced Wars, Days of Ruin, Tiny Wars replay. So on bottom right side as the green Waylon, we got Frozen. On top left side as the red Mr. Bear, we got PeePeePooPoo. When it comes to both the COs, they've both been buffed compared to their cartridge counterpart. We got the standard 53, 30, 60, 60. Does get plus 15 rather than plus 10 for the CO zone. And of course, units are unaffected by weather and outside of the CO zone. And of course, her superpower does provide 15-15 globally, and does provide the returns of random weather, which can be quite devastating depending who it is or what type of weather. Waylon has still the same CO zone, but in fact his boarding cost is 30% rather than 50%, so it is cheaper to deploy him out, as well as Greyfield. CO zones 2, 30, 60, 60. All units get the standard plus 10. All air units get plus 20, plus 40%. And we also, of course, got the CO zone. The super CO power makes it so it sets up the 300% defense, which effectively reduces like damage received by 75%, if I remember correctly. So quite a bit. Either way, let's go ahead and get started. This map is a 3-base map. One property is neutral. Roads here, able to project leftwards easier with motorized units. A lot of planes up here, so it's better for tracked vehicles. And both players also do start out with an airport. Of course, got bike play immediately. Multiple bikes now on the field. There are no comm towers I can see in the map. So nothing like that to play around. Both players are going for mass bike. There's so many roads in the initial part of the map. It's a good idea to go for bikes early on. Oh, and somebody subscribed to my YouTube channel. Welcome to the channel. This is an offline recording, but I can still hear the notifications if I have my OBS open, regardless on YouTube or Twitch. Waylon did go for some infantry back here. Must cheaped out a little bit. Probably gonna go for just some bikes. Triple base bike is going to consume a lot of resources. Each bike is 2,500. Does CO this bike here. Her aura effect is quite minimal. Does go for recon now. Waylon's CO's is cheaper to load up on the unit. I have a feeling we may see a battlecopter next turn. We probably won't see Will himself until we see a battlecopter. A lot of properties being captured up now. Tank infantry. So both sides have pulled out tank now. Got this recon causing issues. This tank's charging up north to gauge that recon. Another recon and tank deployed in the field. Double tank deployed in the field as well. I think we're going to see a Waylon battlecopter this turn. Lots of bikes in the field. Though also the amount of infantry on the field, it may be a good idea to go for a Waylon Duster. Tank, and base skip as well. Triple base tend to de-incentivize deployment of air units. Especially in Days of Ruin, where infantry is expensive, you are incentivized to go for bikes, which are 2,500 each. Regular infantry squads cost 1,500 each, so they're also a bit more expensive. Great strike there from the tank on tank as well. That means Green's pulled ahead in tank game. Waylon has loaded up to regular tank now, not an aircraft. That's maybe a little bit too obvious. But honestly, his plus 10% CO zones is quite comparable to Mr. Bear's plus 15%. Do now have a Waylon Battlecopter and base skip as well. Does focus on one of those Waylon tanks. So got quite a bit of tanks up here now for Mr. Bear. No tank over here to engage the tank. Waylon will need a diverted tank over there. Probably this one. Maybe the Battlecopter. Good strike there. Does get the capture. Could have got a little push for the CO unit. Probably finished off. Now we'll get some CO power. Tanks sitting up north. So we got 3 tanks here. One on property, which could be fielded up to full, depending on how the game goes. Battlecopter, a lot of infantry. And we've got a anti-air ported by Penny. CO unit does take up that unit. Tank battle anti-air. So Waylon could probably counterattack next turn with 3 tanks, which is going to be quite significant. Penny does have 4 tanks, 2 of which are wounded. And the thing as well, there's no reinforcing tanks, so I think Waylon's tanks should pull out pretty well ahead this turn. I want to turn off auto play. Let's go ahead and just go by turn. Bikes fall back to some properties. Battlecopter gets a good shot there as well. There's that one tank. Command tank is a good shot there. And there we go. All these tanks quite wounded while Waylon's tank's pretty healthy. Penny's at 47 energy. If she can somehow squeeze out a little bit more, she can, of course, get her superpower deployed on field and make 3 turns of weather. Rain seems actually not half bad to me at the moment, though Waylon does have recon down here, but Rain reduces the vision range to minimum of 1. So I think Rain wouldn't be half bad for Penny. Snow would reduce his opponent's movement speed of 1, which may not be super important right now, could be quite nice. And Sandstorm when reducing your opponent's firepower by 30% for 3 turns actually may not be super great due to the nature of lacking something to engage up here. This tank engagement went very well for Waylon. Will she get enough energy? She needs 13 energy, which may not be possible this turn. It's not going to be possible this turn. She does pull back. Merge those 2 tanks, anti-air and reserve. Infantry and bikes providing a bit of a screen. More tanks pushing over here, so she has some reinforcing tanks. This tank could lead off one of these tanks up there, preventing the counterattack. Looks like Waylon's starting to pull ahead by about a turn. Gets a good kill there. He does have artillery piece now pulling the field. Tank infantry. Command tank head down south. She will get her superpower this turn, but she won't be able to deploy it until next turn. In which, I wonder if there's any way to snipe this command bike. I mean, the battlecopter won't. I mean, the command tank could take out the recon. The battlecopter engage the infantry. Or the bike, I should say. Get some good strikes there. Gets a good strike, and the command bike does go down there. Didn't properly wall it. And denying that weather is actually quite important. Waylon almost has his power available, but the problem is it's okay. It allows his aircraft to take a lot less damage. Infantry battlecopter. Give me a moment. I'm gonna get my drink open. Sorry about that. I was a little bit thirsty. Either way, command tank now deployed on the field. Put it there on the copter. Copter does go down. Getting some good strikes there. Able to take out some of these bikes. And if Waylon does pop his power or superpower, it'll be a global 10% attack increase. And only one battlecopter to actually utilize this extra defense. So it's not going to be super great. Waylon probably needs to get out some more battlecopters to make his superpower worth anything. But global 10% could be quite nice, but I think the tank itself is going to be a bit more valuable. Getting some good strikes there, thanks to the increase +10/+10, able to one-shot some of these things. Getting some great damage there, so Waylon's starting to run away with it. Artillery piece push forward. Looks like the battlecopter will be safe for now. Definitely should get out some more battlecopters. Goes for battlecopter infantry and anti-air. Doing some damage there, outside the CO zone, in the CO zone. Good strike there, takes out one tank. Bike push right forward. Of course, the penny command tank is in range of the Waylon artillery piece. Good strikes there. Not on to deploy out his CO power just yet. Getting a lot of kills there. Waylon is smashing his way forward. Command tank somewhat exposed, but nothing too significant, honestly. A lot of outlying units being cleaned on up. Penny's down to 57,000. Waylon's at 94. And so has his day-to-day income. Has a 100% value increase. Penny does deploy out a anti-tank. Anti-tank will take a bit of time to get down south. Anti-tank should be pretty effective against this composition. Tank, infantry, infantry. Anti-air goes down. Recon takes a good strike there. Command tank hits once again. Command tank does get knocked out again. Waylon just pushes his way forward with tanks. Takes out the artillery piece. Good strike there on the tank. Battlecopter, infantry, infantry, bike. Let's see, we do have anti-air in range himself. Goes for the command tank. Gets a good strike there. Getting some good strikes. Her anti-tank's going to be out of range. Does get down south. It'll take quite a bit to take out the anti-tank. Plus is on top of the property, so we'll get some healing. Waylon may pop a superpower this turn. Nope, does not pop it. Tank, bike. Waylon's being a bit defensive, which is not a bad idea. He has a substantial advantage, and he can pop a CO power. But does not have income lead at the moment, so Penny's been maintaining that at least. So it's not getting worse for her, just not getting better. Good strike there. Tank, bike, infantry, battlecopter. Command tank pushes way forward. Gets a nice little kill there. Nothing in range of the battlecopters. Of course, got the artillery piece there. Anti-tank pushes way forward. Tank. Tank. Does pop the superpower now for Waylon, so his aircraft will take 75% less damage, among other things. Also, they're a bit more stronger as well. Finish off that one unit there. Gets good strike there. Command tank goes down. Multiple hits across multiple good targets. I wonder how effective. That's probably worth it. Only not even take 1 point damage possibly. Takes out that tank. So I'm gonna smash the multiple flanks. Penny's on the back foot. Command tanks once again. Anti-air could get, or anything could get some damage, but the problem is it's the superpower active deals quite minimal damage. Good damage there. Command tank does take a shot, and command tank once again goes down. Anti-tank does take some shots, and easily got cleaned on up. With that, pretty much the game is over. Now Waylon's trying to threaten multiple properties, trying to flip them. Couple tanks now deployed on the field by Waylon, and nice light fast units help deal with all, engage everything. At this point in time, I don't think there's any way for Waylon or Penny to get back in the game. Totally piece in a good position as well. APC got pulled in field. Maybe trying to go for a temporary airport. Some of the battlecopters are getting a little bit low in ammo as well. His command tank's also low in fuel and ammo. His command tank right now has 2 ammo, 25 fuel. Any command anti-tank does take severe amounts of damage. And he does pull out another anti-tank. And of course, Waylon's power to flip more properties. I'm curious, why not just go for Bomber at this one time? Save the money, just pull out Bomber. Not like it's going to change much. We may see the Annihilation this turn. Yeah, it looks like we're going to see the Annihilation. Does go for Fighter, and that is the end of the game. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.